All right.
Game two.
To champ
Here we
select.
go.
So, we'll be expecting the standard. Is Matt Pack playing? Yeah, he is. So we'll be expecting at least one Talon ban.
I'll tell PVD to ban him. Actually, no, I won't. I kind of want to see Talon.
Macac gone. Good first move.
Good. He's pretty OP right now.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Another good ban.
So yeah, I mean, the thing about Yasuo is he's actually, I mean, for a high school champion, he's actually relatively easy to do well with in a lane. So that's why I find him to be a worthy ban, because all it takes is somebody who actually has a vague clue of what they're doing, and they'll destroy in lane.
I actually find him really, really hard to play.
I do? Okay.
Yeah, like, I can play anything, like, first game and do well, but with Yas, I had to play him 10 times in a row to get any good at him. I think just double crit is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you get somebody on your team with a knock-up, his ulti is so good.
Yep. I mean, I think double crit is essentially what makes him viable. I think if they took that away, he just wouldn't do enough damage, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
So.
Well, it's because the power spike that he gets from just getting a single static shiv is crazy. Like, he does so much damage so quickly due to that increased crit chance. So, a Lucian ban. Okay, and Talon
Oh my
ban.
god. First pick Zed. Ooh.
Oh, do it! I want to see me some Zed tonight, and I want to see some top lane Alistar. That's what I want to see.
Well, even bottom lane Alistair, as Jim from Legacy Esports showed back at IWC, that bottom lane Alistair's still.
Oh yeah.
Actually, speaking of that interview will be going up as soon as the internet decides to work and allows me to post it. So, in the next 24 hours, you should be able to hear our lengthy interview on the Oslo podcast with Jim. It was actually a really great interview. So, if you wanted to know the whole process of Legacy's journey from the finals at winter regionals all the way through to the international wildcard and his thoughts about the future for the team, make sure you check that out on our website oslo.truedeforcepodcast.com.
You actually you realize you forgot to plug the shows, and
I know.
the last one, and that's my fault as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Diana actually got locked in. It was being hovered over. I was getting a bit excited. Now it's a thing. I like it. I wonder if that's going to be a jungle Diana or whether it's going to be a solo mid Diana, or whether we're going to see something stupid.
I don't think Diana fares well against Zed, though.
No, nobody fares as good against Zed, except maybe Alistar.
Yeah,
Lulu
there really
does.
isn't anybody that fares well against.
Lulu mid is really, really good against Zed.
Yes, because of her ult cancelling out his death mark.
That's
And
a
Polymorph
splash
is 2.5 seconds at max rank, which is the duration of death mark as well, so he can't do any damage during it.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
And I mean, the other thing is she's got point and click targeted abilities, and they're relatively spammable. I mean, that's the problem with facing Zed, is his abilities. He can spam them because he uses energy, not mana. So
Oh, Zatai, realizing how good Lulu is against the Zed, has locked it in as a support. Now, I think they're showing their hand a bit by picking Shyvana as well, because one of the advantages that Zed and Lulu both have is that they can go top or mid, and in Lulu's case, support as well. But by showing Zed, Shyvana, and Lulu, you're pretty much able to guess which lane they're forced to go in, because
three-man top lane, buddy. It's three-man top lane. It's the new meta.
It's the new meta.
That's what you need to see.
Actually, it's the 4.12 meta.
Yeah.
That's 4 people. We're gonna see a Master Yi jungle again. Come on.
All the random, all top.
I don't really like Master Yi jungle. It's not very good.
So we might actually see Na here, which would be interesting. Did we actually see Na last week? I don't think we did.
No, I've actually not seen Na in a Battle Arena game at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think he was in. I think they banned him. I think he got one ban, but didn't get played either. So if we get a Na here, that would be interesting. Oh, a last minute switch to Vi.
The taunt.
Top lane Vi.
So- No, well, we don't know yet.
we-
We don't know yet because
We know yet, but because we can see them out, the summoners, but they don't know yet because we don't show the summoners on the
there
screen.
could be swaps. There could be all kinds of things because
Yeah.
Master Yi has been played in the mid lane to some success, and this is even after they changed him from being an AP character. Like you can do. And I think our very own Ponophobia from the Trinity Force podcast
Swears by
runs,
top lane Yi.
solo top Master Yi as well. So
I think
but-
Calcet plays Yi top as well.
yeah,
Doesn't Calcet play Yi everywhere though? Doesn't he only play
Probably.
Yi? Yeah, I think he only
Yeah, he
plays
does,
Yi.
but he still plays him top, so
Yeah.
it must be at least okay.
No,
So
yeah,
this-
it's
If he's in Challenger or whatever, Diamond One.
yeah, Diamond 1 Korean solo queue.
That's
Caitlyn,
basically
I
OCE Challenger.
like it.
That's
Um,
pretty
Excellent.
strong lane.
Means- Okay, so it might be a jungle Shyvana or even maybe something weird, a jungle Zed,
Jungle Lulu.
because we've got a Nami locked in, which means Lulu is not going support, so that's very strange. And was that Sona locked in as the last pick? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems with Sona in this going up against a Caitlyn. Well,
Zed.
also, yeah. But going up against Nami and Caitlyn is that she's very short. I mean, her poker's okay range, but really she's too squishy and there's too much long range poke to really make it a decent pick, I think, going into this matchup. I think Sona's going to have to play very safe because she could easily, if she gets caught on a snare, she is dead. Just straight up dead.
Let me give you a metagame history lesson. Sona used to be picked in about 75% of professional games for a very long time. And you know what changed it? Do you know what stopped people picking Sona in professional play? Zed came out. Because Zed would just wave clear, roam bottom, 3 kill. That's what happened. So,
And Sona is still just as squishy as she was
exactly.
back
Well,
then
she's
as well.
squishy. She had her maximum health reduced as well. So,
Really?
yeah.
What the
that
hell
was-
were they thinking?
Yeah. So, I really do hope that Zed roams from. Actually, no, it's as.
Well, we're now into the delay, so you can talk about summoners. So
okay, so it is a jungle Zed. I don't get that at all. That kind of
That's
upsets
really
me.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
like out of all of the champions to jungle with, and that was a first pick too. So I don't even think like Zed would have stomped Diana in lane. Even Master, actually, Zed would beat every single one of these champions in lane, and lose to either Vi or Diana or Master Yi in a jungle duel. So I really don't approve of that decision. Zed is one of the best laners, if not the best at the moment in the game, either top or mid. And I think putting him in the jungle is a massive, massive waste of his potential. And
it's also worth mentioning, but at this point as well, that Shyvana actually copped a slight nerf. They fixed a bug. Basically, she was doing extra damage on her flame breath at level 1. She was doing 20 extra damage, and now they've reduced it to match the tooltip of 60. So that's. I mean, she was already kind of on the margins as like a really competitive pick. Like you still saw her occasionally, but not that much. She's sort of fallen out of favor, but yeah, now she's copped another nerf. So it'll be
It's
interesting to see how
interesting.
that goes.
I haven't seen a lane Vi in about 7 months. And even then, it was like a solo queue troll stream that I saw it on or something like. So, this will be interesting to see how she actually goes, because if you want to see a champion that can go either really well or really poorly, look at Fiora. But if Fiora's not available, look to Vi. And she's one big advantage I will give the Vi is that Vi is amazing at setting up ganks. However, her jungler is Master Yi, who is horrible at ganking, so and infrequent at ganking. So if Master Yi decides to stray from his design and he actually decides to go to gank a lane, I would definitely recommend Vi's.
Now, just before we keep coming here, I just want to make mention that we, myself and Cleric, we are hosts of the Oslo podcast. We release it once a week and stream on this channel, twitch.tv/TForce podcast. So make sure you just press the little follow button. You can follow us and get the notification when we stream on Mondays at 8 p.m. We also have joining us is Miss Fish as our special guest commentator. And
Hi.
you can go to our website at oslo.trinityforcepodcast.com. There you'll find all our previous episodes. You'll find our social media links, and you can find out all you need to know about the show, as well as the donate button. So click on that if you love what we do, and give us some money to work towards improving all that we do. There's also the Trinity Force podcast. They are twice a week. They stream on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. And there's the T-Force LCS rundown, and they are once a week. They stream on a Monday morning, and they basically break down all the happenings that's going on in the competitive scene in North America and EU. So they're going to be having more and more to talk about as time goes on, with leading up to Worlds. So it's a great opportunity for if you're like me, don't get to watch every game, but you want to keep in touch. That's a great way to do it. So make sure you check it out. Go to trinityforcepodcast.com. That's the main page for all three podcasts. And with that, we'll go back to talking about the game. So, something I was going to mention about Vi, though, is one of the benefits of Vi is she breaks armor. I mean, that's Denting Blows does incredible things. And not only that, but the burst damage as well. But I mean, one of Shyvana's strengths is that she's got inherent armor. That's what her passive gives her. So, I mean, that's going to be a disadvantage for Shyvana against a Vi, is that Vi is going to be relatively easily sort of ignore that armor and do quite a bit of damage. I mean, the other main issue about ganking Shyvana is she's very mobile. If she uses her ult to jump out of the way, and then if she's got a burnout, she can run away pretty easily. So any gank at top has to be just done right.
I was actually designed to be a top laner, which is pretty weird.
I remember when Shyvana was designed, she was designed as a top laner. The champion spotlight actually features as a top laner, and then in competitive play, she was picked up by Moscow 5 as a jungler, and then everyone played. Right? Pardon?
Smite Exhaust Shyvana jungle, isn't that what
they
did?
Yeah, they ran that for a while, and then they changed Shyvana a little bit, changed Shyvana a little bit, changed Shyvana a little bit. Then they buffed the hell out of Renekton, and all of a sudden, boom, there she is in the top lane. And
then Trundle came back. Yeah, I love Trundle. I love that guy. Deafy little dance.
Trundle is by far the best champion at running around in circles waiting for a team fight.
Yeah.
Just because he has no gap closer. His tank stats come from the other person using their ultimates. it's
awesome.
Well, I'm not going in there. I'm waiting for them to go in. So we're getting pretty close to full loading. I do like the Lunar Goddess Diana splash art. It's very pretty.
I don't think much of it.
You don't?
No.
I'm always a fan of Arcade Sonar.
Yeah.
Rivet Spirit Nami. Bittersweet Lulu. See, the actual splash art, not much of a fan, but I love that damn cupcake. I love I love the cupcake animation. It's so funny.
What I'll be interested to see, I think Diana's going to have a very tough time in mid lane against Lulu, just with all the wave clear, with all the, her Glitter Lance going through the wave. And her auto attacks actually do quite a bit of damage. So I think if I was playing Diana, I would be very careful at the early stages about CSing, because I think if Lulu knows what they're doing, they're going to cause you a lot of pain.
I think a lot of Diana's success is going to come from knowing when to use the shield against Lulu's help picks and the movement speed buff and everything. Because there's a lot of opportunity for, once she hits 6 anyway, for a lot of counterplay to come out from the Diana. The level 1 to 5, she's probably going to want to play pretty safe and use her shield as kind of a way to mitigate her poor early laning. So we're under the rift. Let's see how everybody goes. Now, Caitlyn has not bought a healing potion with her Dorans. Or a trinket. Is Caitlyn still in the store? Yes. I wonder if Caitlyn's actually disconnected. Yeah. Caitlyn may have disconnected. If so, I should hope that the blue team will throw out a pause request.
Oh no,
Oh,
she
there
paused
we
just
go.
then.
Yeah, there we go. So,
Yep.
very, very, very late to the party. Oh, here we go. A face check against a Vi. Not so. Oh, okay. Matt Pack didn't do anything about it.
I think Shyvana wins level 1 because Vi started Q. I think Vi should start E.
Yeah.
Auto reset.
Yeah, the auto reset is incredibly powerful. Or even if you want to leave. Now, this is something I'd recommend to almost every player on almost every champion. There are some exceptions, but don't spend your level 1 point until you know exactly what's happening. Like, if you're going to be playing Blitzcrank, you're going to start with your grab. That's just a given. Like, if you're someone like Syndra, if you're going for an invade, you want the ability to steal the enemy's blue buff, because that's an amazingly powerful invade skill. But if you're just going to go straight to lane, then you want to go with one of her other skills.
Q.
Q? Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. You don't know any abilities, do you?
No, I know the abilities exist, but not their key bindings.
Yeah. No, I mean, it really depends. I mean, probably the main thing is just like, you need to know which ability is going to be useful if you're going to defend against an invade. I know when I play Alistar, if I'm not confident, then if I'm confident they're not going to invade, I'll usually pick Q straight up because that's the ability you want. But I might go for headbutt if I think they're going to invade, because it's just good for sort of scaring people off. So it really depends. If there's some comps that just won't invade because they're just not very good at invading.
Yeah, but just the general principle. If you can save your skill for when you know which one you're going to use, like it's just a general good rule of thumb to get into the practice of. Don't go, okay, I buy my item, I buy my trinket, I buy my skill, walk to lane. Like, try and get out of that habit if you're in it already. Trading a lot of damage there onto that Nami.
Blue side bot just hit 2 first and they didn't really push their advantage.
Yeah, that's a massive deal.
Especially with Nami.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue side bot lane has a massive advantage.
You see, I actually think that Nami went to do something, but Caitlyn wasn't really in a position to follow up. And that's what caused them to lose that trade. So Nami's just going healed up. Now, interesting that we've got a full clear from Zed. He's on half health and coming in for a gank.
Oh, Diana walked so close to that bush.
Wow.
So what you do is...
No, go ahead, Fish.
What you do as mid is you hug the side opposite to where the jungler is. So Diana should know that Zed started red because bot lane came to lane late. So when he's doing red, you hug top side, and then as he moves to blue, then you move to the bottom side so he can't gank you. So you can just run away through river.
Oh, here we go. A lot of damage being traded in the top lane. Matt Pack is out of mana, though. That's really going to cost him. He's got no health potions left. He's going to have to back, and unfortunately, he's taken Ignite, which means Shyvana can just push everything to the tower and get a massive advantage in both levels in gold. Shyvana's taking advantage of that, though. Oh, she might be just dropping... No, she's trying to freeze the lane, and she's trying to get it to push against her.
She should just shove it out and come back.
Yeah, I agree. It's really... If you trade with someone in lane and you force them back, you want to get the minion wave as close to under their tower as possible, and then go back. Well, you really want to get it under the tower, so that they start minions.
She might have to waste her TP here because she shoved really slowly.
Yeah.
And it's not going to hit tower either.
No, she didn't shove at all. So now... Well, she does still have 2 potions, because she started with cloth armor, which, arguably, not a bad call. Against
I think that's one of the fight, honestly.
Yeah, just
having the sustain.
Yeah, exactly, and that extra armor against a 100% physical damage character, probably a good call. But the issue is that she still has the level advantage because she has been farming, but the level change is gonna, as soon as that minion wave dies, they're gonna.
Shyvana could have traded there, I think.
Oh,
with the creep wave.
Matt Pack is at half mana already.
Yeah, he was fighting Shyvana and 4 ranged creeps. He should have just waited for the wave to push in.
Yep.
At early levels, you just need to respect the wave a lot.
Yeah. What's interesting is the mid lane's actually... It's not too bad for Diana. I was actually expecting Lulu to punish the Diana pick a little bit more. There we go.
Yeah.
Now see some punishment coming down. But look at the creep score. There's one difference, and that's the minion waves pushing against her. So they're pretty much dead even. The Diana pick is once Diana's almost 6. There, Diana's 6. Now Diana has passed the hard part. And oh look, a Zed gank. How terrifying. You know, like, what's Zed gonna do? He's gonna walk up.
That's a really good jungler, guys. You see that?
Like, if it had been a Vi jungle, Diana would be dead. You know? Arguably.
Yeah.
You know, a jungle Vigar would have done a better gank than jungle Zed. But Zed, with some lane levels, with some pressure and some harass, can burst the hell out of someone in lane. They're just not a great ganker at all. So
It's okay when he gets ulti, I guess.
yeah. Yeah,
Like, the
yeah.
lane has no CC.
Yeah, that's right. And he would have gotten that ulti. He would have gotten his ultimate a lot earlier if he'd just been laning.
Now, just to go to this bot lane, I kind of feel like Caitlyn and Nami haven't really used their range advantage to really, bully Tristana and Sona. So there's been a couple of times where Caitlyn's had the what's the ability? It's the Tidecrawler's Blessings. Oh, it's a great bubble.
Oh, what a flash! And the summoning heals. Caitlyn hit 6, that might have been a lot nastier.
Caitlyn's had the Tidecrawler's Blessing on her, and she hasn't used her range advantage to sort of hit Tristana and get that extra magic damage. So, I mean, that's something that I think they probably could be a bit more aggressive in how they sort of walking up and hitting Tristana before she reaches the point where, like, especially while she's got the range advantage. Because if you just leave Tristana alone to farm, I mean, in fact, Tristana's got a CS advantage.
I think this is because Kate's missing last hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Caitlyn's just auto-attacking. Yeah, Caitlyn's just auto-attacking. I think Quickstep 26 needs to work on his
CS.
just general laning in general.
Maybe he's lagging or something.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, he's also just standing there while he's like he's not orb walking, moving around between auto attacks, and that's a huge thing in bottom lane. Is you attack and then move, and you attack and then move. Oh, Zed got blue buff instead of Lulu.
Oh, that's gonna be devastating to Lulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lulu could
went
put down.
Chalice first though. I think she'll be okay.
Oh yeah, it's not going to stop Lulu being able to play Lulu, but Lulu with a blue buff and a Chalice can do so much work. Just go to town on that Diana, and Diana would basically all in her, and if she didn't kill her, she'd die. Because
Diana can't ever jump on Lulu, or she'll just like die.
Yeah, exactly. How do you stop a Diana ult with a Lulu ult? Is a good answer.
Yeah, and if Zed's there, then she just dies so quick.
Yeah.
So she can't go aggressive in this lane. She just has to farm.
And
I mean,
he's not going to do anything to help either. Like,
I don't know if you guys saw this bottom lane, but Sona just took so much damage there. So I mean, if we just to go back to the bottom lane, if they were oh wow, just got the end of that.
Yeah, that was a Zed gank in the top lane. He was on low health. He used his ghost shadow ability to go over the top. He ulted Matpack, and Matpack was able to kill him. So a bit of an error in judgment. I think if Shyvana had used the ultimate to stop some of the Vi damage, they could have gone 1-0 and got this top tower. But because
Diana's doing the right thing here, leaving the annoying lane. Bot to get killed.
That's the spirit.
Especially because she saw Zed top, so she knows there's no chance of him being there.
Exactly.
Really good roam.
Yeah, that was a really good roam. And some quite high farm numbers here.
Shyvana needs to ulti at the beginning of fights because it gives her extra armor, MR, and it makes her burnout do more damage.
Now that wasn't even a Master Yi gank. That was a Master Yi laning trade. That's what that was.
Yeah,
so,
if she ulted at the beginning, she would have won that fight. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Well, I'm just trying to think. Had she actually gone back to?
Honor and Zed's there. This is you described it. There we go. That was exactly what you said would happen.
Had Shyvana actually gone back to base up until the point that she died just then? I don't think she had have.
No.
So I mean, that's obviously going to make it hard even against a year with Madrid's. He's got like the Spirit Stone. So yeah.
It's interesting. Did Shyvana just pick up a Vampiric Scepter and a Chain Vest.
Yes, yeah. Went for the Bilgewater Cutlass and then swapped that out instead for the chain vest. Well, chain vest, cloth armor, and a vampire scepter.
Well, the cloth armor she started with. So
oh, did she? Okay, all right.
Yeah, that was cloth
so
armor.
it must have been boots then.
5 pots. Yeah.
Zed walking on a ward. You
Like
can
a boss.
come and counter game maybe.
Yeah.
I
it
think
looks like,
they have a chance of bursting Zed with Vi ulti and Yi.
Yeah, I think Vi going for a damage build probably not the right way to go against this team. Oh, nice. He's got the ward there. PvT General doesn't even know. That's so funny. He's going to be able to walk up and Q. There we go. This is going to be a 1v1.
Yi wins. Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, Flash and the Shadow.
Oh, that was nice.
Sick jukes, but the Vile. Oh, poor Vi kill you.
That's the reason to AFK. I never saw one.
Okay, Caitlyn's disconnected, so good pause. Nobody resume until Caitlyn has come back on.
Good
Now,
stuff.
the rules are that we have a 5-minute pause, waiting for someone to come back on. If they don't, then we resume. It is 5 minutes, right? We did decide on
Yep,
that?
yeah, we decided 5 minutes. Now, interestingly, Sona has gone for a chalice, which seems like it makes sense, but it actually really doesn't because it's delaying you from getting the items you really need as a support, which is
Sightstone.
Sightstone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's no bad. Otherwise you just like lose dragon and
Yeah.
stuff.
and also it gives you a little bit more health, which helps with the squishy issue. I mean, chalice, it seems like it helps because you think, well, it gives me more of my abilities, but it's a bit of a trap, and you're not going to be able to build it into anything without sacrificing on other stuff. So your Sightstone and your Frost Queen's Claim, you want to build those first. If you're trying to build an Athene's or build, I mean, I guess you build Mikhail's, so that's all right. I forgot about that. So, I mean, you can build it into Mikhail's later, but it's probably you're probably gonna get Sightstone first and then get a chalice if anything.
Well, if the jungler was anyone that had a mixture of damage, or it was a Corki or something like that, someone who did a bit of magic damage, and you could see the chalice's magic resist coming into play there, then I think it'd be a more defendable choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think Sona with the ability to spam her spells, it's a good thing. It's definitely an advantage towards Sona.
Yeah.
But that is at a massive sacrifice of warding. And if Master Yi had gone someone with a little bit more utility, maybe a Nunu jungler who's very strong right now, or even a Nautilus or Skarn, or there's so many options. If they'd gone someone who was more tanky utility, then they could have taken up a little bit of the ward duties by putting wards around Dragon and everything, so that that's not an issue. But because it's Master Yi, and he's such a selfish, gold-hungry jungler, that Blue really have an opportunity to take advantage of the lack of vision. That's if they notice.
I mean, really, if you're having mana issues as Sona, it doesn't fix it anyway to the same extent as the chalice does. But upgrading to a Frostfang is cheaper than buying a chalice. It gives you more gold per 5, and it gets you towards an item that you sort of looking to buy anyway. So, I think
Mana regen runes are also really nice.
yeah.
I
And
used to use them on
Matt Pack and what was it, Vi and Shyvana just had a trade in top lane, and I don't want to call it a trade because it was just Vi getting beat up and just Vi walking away. Where if that actually come to blows, I think that Vi probably would have done all right.
And that's the problem with Vi at the moment. I mean, previously it was that she could just build tanky, she did enough damage. Now you kind of have to actually build a bit of damage, and she's actually not that tough. Outside of defensive items, she's actually relatively squishy, where Shyvana is inherently tanky and deals quite a decent amount of damage. So maybe, I mean, it looks like, I wonder what Vi's building. So I got a Vamp Scepter and a Pickaxe.
Well, something worth
Hydra.
noting, 13
yeah,
minutes,
Hydra, yeah.
13 minutes and we have a Feral Flare.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty
scary.
Yeah, and he's coming in for a gank because he's got his Feral Flare now.
Shyvana can just ulti away, she's fine.
Yeah, but Master Yi can just
Oh,
Q.
maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, he actually flashed after Yi had used his Alpha Strike. So if he had Alpha Strike come back, and then he would have...
And you wouldn't have been able to have an answer because he hasn't got
Yeah.
Flash. He's run Teleport, which again is the weirdest damn choice to have on a jungler. Like, unless you're
Well,
like Suicide Karthus or something weird.
Well, it's okay if you're actually using it to gank, but I mean, we haven't actually seen him use it to gank at all.
Yeah. That's because he's a Feral Flare jungler and he doesn't gank. Unless everything in the jungle is dead.
Yep.
Wow,
Tristana and Sona will probably win an all-in now with the item advantage. Sona should just ulti the K and they should just jump
Oh, Zed's going in. That's a lot of damage. Yeah. I think PvT General's done the right thing by camping this Diana. Lulu just has such a laning advantage just in general. The ultimate synergy, like the counterplay that Lulu has against Diana, means that if Diana makes a mistake and Zed is anywhere near that fight, Diana's dead. And I think it's going to start snowballing.
I think Vi's making a mistake here.
Yeah,
Even if they get the kills.
Oh, Sona misses the crescendo, so...
Well, I think that was really Vi's fault. Because Vi just absolutely blew everything to get... as a support, you'd feel obligated to follow that up. And, of course, if they've got flashes up, they've got flashes up, so...
Oh, Kate.
It's getting to the point he can solve...
Oh my god, Kate! Oh, poor Kate.
Now,
You just
Master Yi just soloed Shyvana. What happened in the bot lane?
Kate just did a bad recall and got queued on by Vi.
Ah.
That was pretty...
They could rotate this and take the dragon. They could take dragon right now.
He has TP, so they can definitely do it right now.
I mean, although the gank itself, the initial gank wasn't so crash out for Vi, I think moving to the bottom lane's probably a good thing. Like, it's if you're being bullied in lane, don't go back to lane. Like,
Well, especially if you got the tower. I mean,
I thought Shive was just gonna push up and get the tower, but Yi killed her.
Yeah.
I didn't think Yi could got me one Shive, but apparently he can.
Well, the problem is...
Well, he had red buff as well, so that's going to do a lot of damage.
HP items at this point.
And Yi does so much true damage with red buff in his E. I think that's what killed her.
Oh, look at that. PvT General clearing out wards around the dragon and around the mid lane. So they're just waiting for Diana to do anything. Diana goes a step too forward. Yep, it's time for Zed to go in. Shadow, flash burned. Nice. Successful gank by just using
There's no reason for her to go on the Lulu ever.
Yep. There's a lot of... Oh, wow. Master Yi just carving.
Yeah. Master Yi is so big. Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Bork and the Feral Flare.
King. They're going to tear this dragon in half. And Nami just watches. That's nice.
That's alright, they've got the timer, and that's important.
Yep.
I mean, the reality is, so once they actually get to a team fight phase, and Shyvana, I mean, once she gets her, as well as when Shyvana gets her, either a Randuin's or the Sunfire Cape, you know, once she's got a bit of health on her, you know, he's gonna be a lot more easier to deal with because yes, he'll go in, yes, he's got a Feral Flare and a Bork, but if you've got this huge Shyvana that's got so much health, you know, there's only so much you could do. You know, you kill them so quickly, especially when there's a whole team there. So, if you know Nami managed to score a knock up, he's dead. You know, and she got two of them. So,
but he's not the only threat.
It's true
as well, and damage Vi.
I just want to say that mid rotation from 4 people to go to the mid tower, that was free. There was absolutely nothing Yi could have done about that. Nothing Diana could have done about that. They just walked up. We got a minion wave. We got a tower. That's how it is. Oh, Sona versus Zed. And PvT General was like, "Oh, there's 2 of you. I'm out."
Source burnt. Sona had ulti. You should just never save your ultis. Always use your ultis. There's no reason to save. They've got short cooldowns. If she ulted Zed,
I think he's gonna get himself a double kill here.
Holy moly!
Yeah, I think that's going to be inevitable. It might be a bit of a chase. Yeah, he's going to cut him off on his only escape.
Well, once his ult runs off, oh yeah,
right next to a Tristana.
Yeah.
Now you're going to take mid turret. That is the rules. Boom, and they know it too. Look at that. Yeah, do not be afraid of the Zed. He's not got a lot of damage on him at the moment. I mean, no more than a Zed can, you know. Well, I don't think they need to dive it. I think with the Tristana and Master Yi combo, you're just better off just tearing the tower in half.
Yeah, I'm saying that Blue has to run in case they do dive and just give up more kills as well as the tower.
And that's a mistake I often see. If you take mid tower at 18 minutes in the game, whatever time you take it in the game, unless it's like 40 minutes in, you should take the one tower and then move into the jungle. Put down your wards, make sure that you've got vision control and they don't. Use that as an opportunity to clear stuff out. Because if you try and go to the second one that early in the game, people are going to respawn. They may have bought Home Guard, you don't know. They could be right on top of you. They could be coming from around the corner. You're just putting yourself in way more of a vulnerable situation than you need to be. And quite often, you're not going to get 2 towers in a row.
Kate's build is pretty dodgy, I'd say. Right
It's not really a build, more of a crutch, I think. It's like, I kind of want lifesteal. I kind of want attack speed. I actually wanted to bring up Tristana's build before. Rather than go for finishing the Infinity Edge, getting the cloak, she went for boots. She went for Berserker's Greaves. And I think that seriously set her back. I think Tristana right now could have an Infinity Edge at 19 minutes. I mean, she might be going back to buy it.
She has 1,500 gold right now, so she
she might have it now. Yeah, that's right. But she could have already had it for those last few fights.
It's not worth buying boots early on any season, so just like try and save up for a BF.
Master Yi has a free kill on top, just because Shyvana is on the map. Oh, look at that! Again, the Q with the ultimate timing as that carrot
That's really good Q timings.
Yeah. Matt Pack, you don't have your gigantic lightsaber dude with you now. Now, I don't know why they're still laning at 20 minutes. Like, Nami and Caitlyn are like, well, we haven't got our tower down, so therefore we have to stay in lane. Not at all. You guys could group as a group of 5 and push down the top tower, or push down the bottom tower.
Sona and Tristana just fought them right now, they just kill them. Like,
Yeah,
Sona
absolutely.
ulted them.
What's a Vampiric Scepter going to do against an Infinity Edge? Especially with how many points has Tristana got no Q at the moment? Just the
She's
one.
maxing W second. That's really silly.
That's a bit weird. Like, it's really good at level 2. Oh yeah, you're dead. And Nami's dead too. And oh no! Did it go on cooldown? Oh, she must have missed her first crescent sweep. Oh, Zed's gonna come in and be a bit frightened. Yeah, so it looks like Purple Team are doing the right thing and they're just applying pressure at all lanes. If Blue Team are just going to go back to their own lanes again and again and again, then just keep pressing your advantage. I think the only lane that didn't have an advantage was the Diana lane, and that's not really a factor anymore because Diana can team fight.
What do you think of the Abyssal Scepter as the first major item for Diana?
Oh, massive mistake. Like, there's one source of magic damage, and it's Lulu, not exactly known for her burst. I get that it's a recommended item, but seriously, there's so many better options. If you've got a Zhonya's Hourglass against a Zed, Caitlyn, Shyvana, well, this must be just...
Lulu ult somebody.
Sona ult somebody. this is
Everybody,
Everybody,
look at those
what
crits.
the hell?
Jeepers.
I think the game's over, guys.
9-0 to Master
Has Vi got her ult? Vi...
One shot the Kate.
No, Vi used her ult earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, Diana's like, I'm still laning, right? What are you doing in my league, Shyvana? Let's go. Yeah, I could beat you. You're not Lulu. You're also 1 in 5 and have no magic resist. Yeah, as I was saying before, if Diana had gone for a Zhonya's Hourglass earlier and then just started roaming like crazy, she could kill a lot of people, or at least set up a lot of kills for them.
Well, that's what we saw when she roamed down just then. She roamed down and blew like a little while ago. She just roamed down and blew up Sona, I think, no problems.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Zed was camping her too.
And also because it's Sona and she still has 1 HP item.
Yep.
So, like, that's just going to happen. But a Zhonya's Hourglass on Diana allows you to use your Q ultimate combo so much more safer. You can just, I'm going in and I know I'm going to live. The only thing is whether or not my team kills everyone else. That's really your only concern.
Sona's going for a chain vest. So that's...
Really makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I guess it makes sense in the sense that, okay, you're up against a bunch of AD. I mean, you're ahead, so it's not really just going to sort of slow you down from winning when you're that far ahead. But it's probably, yeah, they're ahead, yeah. So
That's mad. Look at that damage. You guys see what I'm talking about?
yeah, the Baron.
If you're only gonna buy like one defensive item, it should always be HP.
Yep.
That Baron just got soloed at the 23.5 minute mark.
Not solid. It was
Not
five.
soloed. Two
Man.
I was gonna mention that they could throw it because they both got really good back protection.
Yeah.
Send damage and stuff.
Oh wow! What is with the recall positioning in this game? It's just so weird. People recalling out of position a lot. Shyvana stopped running. She went, yep, stuff it. My time has come.
It should just keep pushing, right?
Yeah, or the minion wave's all the way back at Purple Tower. So Vi's going to push that up. Master Yi's going to get the rest. Master Yi's probably got enough for, like, I don't know, some stupid item.
It doesn't have any gold.
No, 932.
How many stacks does he have, I wonder?
On his Feral Flare.
31, I think?
Wow, that's mad. Yeah,
That's
31.
really
He has
scary.
31 stacks. Yeah.
I don't
32
think
now.
This year right now.
See, I think Shyvana's doing the right thing and abandoning the Bilgewater Cutlass hopes and going for a crap load of armor and health. That's because Master Yi, really, a Thornmail is not out of the question at this point.
Except that he's got so much. He's got so much true damage coming out. It's
True.
so.
I think we've got a quadra kill here. I think that's what we're about to see. Oh, smart ass. Oh, no! No.
Oh, shut down. Nice try, Yi. Nice try.
Where was Diana for that fight? Diana could have just done her combo, knocked everyone up while Master Yi was healing, and that would have been a quadra. And it would have been a penta if the fish had actually shown up.
So, I mean, Blue are behind significantly. They're 14k. So what should they be looking to do to try and get back into this game, being so far behind?
Well, I'd like them to actually end the laning phase at some point. Like, they can't team fight, but they can, if they can get a numbers advantage due to the fact that Master Yi keeps splitting up and killing people. Like, if Master Yi goes top, because that's where he's expecting Shyvana to go, and all 5 of them group together and they kill Sona and Tristana, then they've got a massive advantage going into the next team fight. Oh wow, look at the damage here.
They should just sit in a bush and sweep it and wait for you to walk past the jungle camp or something.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. They really have to get vision in their jungle. At the moment, it's pretty much all purple team. Like, the only vision they have is that dragon. Yeah. What's that?
I'd actually recommend not leaving that base.
Oh wow!
Just because they could tell so fast.
Master Yi just teleported into the jungle, and they're going to take this inhibitor turret for nothing. There's no way they can respond in time. The amount of damage that these two put out. The blue team double kill though. No, it wasn't. It was a purple team. Purple team triple kill. I thought it said blue team. Yeah,
Probably.
they got to back out now.
Oh yeah, they gotta back out. Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
He still has ulti. He can just kill these guys and end the game probably.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's what he's trying to do.
Wow.
He's pretty fed right now.
Yep. 15, 1 and 2.
And that's going to be at least one of the towers. It's probably going to be
Yeah,
almost going to be game.
That's game. PvT General cannot stop these two. Look at the damage he does. Nothing. So, Blade of the King is amazing when you're 1v1 dueling in a split pushing lane, when you've got a level advantage. Not so good when you're trying to 2v1 people with hitting your Nexus.
Alright. Well, that's
Yes.
game 2.
That was game 2.
Watch.
That was a quick game. 28 minutes. So
Alright.
I want to check out the stats. I want to know how much damage Yi did. Damage to champions. Yi.
He was level 18 and the highest level in the enemy team was 14.
Yeah. He did 26,000 in the second. He did like almost probably as much as the entire team combined, which is a bit unfortunate for them. But yeah, he did quite a bit of damage. All right, well, let's set up for game 3.